Well, greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back once again to the Farts and Crap Show, where I am your host for this video, Dan Joe McCraps, and I hope you're all doing very well today. Because I have been dealing with some crap on my PS4 for the past, like 6 hours or something. Yeah, it's been not great. It's been not great. I forgot my quick menu went back to default too. Yeah, so if you want my full video on that, I put one out like a week ago or 2 weeks ago or something. But, depends. This video won't be going out for a while. This is part 46, I think. Something like that. And that video is going out the day I recorded it. So, like 2 weeks ago, something like that. Essentially, if you search PS4 error code on my channel, it's like the only video I've ever made about the subject. So, it should be the only result, to be honest. But yeah, if you can't, like, access your games because you can't sign into the PlayStation Network because you can't connect to the internet, essentially, even though you have other devices on the same network that can access the internet, yeah, in layman's terms, yeah, that's why, you know, if that sounds familiar, like a problem you have or have had, maybe check out that video. But yeah, it's been terrible today because I've had that issue before, but my usual fixes didn't work. So I just wanted to record some Tales of Vesperia. Damn it. We after the first minute? Yeah, we're after 2 minutes. Fucking bullshit, damn it. Horse garbage. Dick schlonkers. Sounds kind of Yiddish, doesn't it? A schlonker? Anyway, I have no idea if it might be Yiddish gibberish, which is kind of a fun thing to say. Anyways, let's see what this is about.
Here, Repeat, have a skewer. That looks quite tasty.
Boiled eggs are the best part.
Nonsense! Daikon is the centerpiece, Patty. Daikon!
Hold up now.
That's unexpected. Usually you're happy with anything you can chew through, Rita.
That's just how good skewers are. But both Rita and the old man are wrong. Where are they mistaken? The true star of skewers is fish cakes, especially the white ones. Fish cakes, is it? And Repeat agrees. Well, I don't mind as long as it's tasty.
That is fucking great. Yeah, I don't know what the actual name for those things are. Like, oftentimes, you see in anime, like, dumplings come on a skewer. And I'm not even sure what kind of dumplings they're even talking about, because dumplings can be, like, if you're like me and you're a cook, not by profession anymore, thankfully, but I've been cooking my whole life. So anyway, at least like 20 years. So anyhow, dumpling, you may be familiar with the term dumplings, like sometimes like chicken and dumplings, like a stew kind of thing. In that context, it's usually just like a chunk of bread. It's been like par cooked or something. But also, some people refer to like pot stickers as dumplings. Cecile Frings? What the fuck? Weird. But yeah, depending on who you ask, dumplings could mean all kinds of things. So, septentriones? Septentriones. Septentriones. What is that? Like 24 nights? Is that like a moon cycle? Septentrion. If you know, let me know in the comments. I'm very curious what that means. Sept is a Latin root for, I think, 24 typically. Because septillion is a 1 followed by 24 zeros. Typically with numbers. At least in the English language, they go by Latin roots and such. So yeah, I'm not sure what that name even means. Oh, tent. Okay, so maybe it's a pun also. Because like a tent, you know, JRPGs in the Tales of series as well, and, you know, Final Fantasy, that's how you get your health back. But septentriones. Not sure what they mean. Oh, Polaris. Well, that's obviously a star. Maybe it's an astronomy thing. It's very possible. Colosseum, scene of countless bloody battles, is so thrilling one day in that circle. She wants to die in that circle someday? Wow. Alright. You know, that's my goal. I just really want to die in the Colosseum. For glory. My father died very suddenly, and I found myself governing this village. But it isn't going well at all. I don't know what I would do without the sage's help. Man, does everybody in this town just talk about death? Hey, little girl's like, death is coming. Like, okay, alright, I'm done talking to villagers. You're a stranger. Oh, you don't talk to strangers. Good kid. Good kid, that one. Cat's like, meow? Subtitle, I will kill you. Like, the pets in this town are the real monsters. It's tightly shut, cannot be opened. Okay. I am not sure what I'm supposed to do. Thank you so much for saving us. I want to hurry back to Miette. Oh, you guys are still here? You know your kids were, like, suicidally charging into the desert just to try to find you guys. Like, they don't know you guys are okay. It's just so nice here. Kids must be worried. If only they didn't come looking for us. Yeah, they might still be doing that, so, you know. Oh, here we go. Somebody I'm supposed to talk to.
That box.
That box. You should check it out.
Do you know something about this box?
No, I mean that box in the corner that I was just looking at. I've never seen that box before.
Launchie had it. Where did you get it?
On a ship called the Atherum, my lovely lady. Have you heard of it?
Raven, why do you gotta be creeping on every female? Come on, dude.
Of course. You know about the Atherum too?
That's not common knowledge.
Yes. We happen to come across it on the ocean.
Did you see Launchie?
And Launchie would be...
Oh, Launchie is my love. I'm sorry to suddenly get so personal.
Your love. Damn it. Hey, Carol. Your turn.
Hey guys, you should screenshot this and zoom in on Rapide. It's kind of great. or if you just see what I'm talking about, if you're watching this like on a pretty, like not on your phone, you know, on like a pretty decent sized screen, you may see what I'm talking about. But if you're on your computer, just like screenshot and just like crop Repeat's face and just like zoom in on that. He's got like that, like, I'm watching you fuckers. What are you doing? What are you doing? Just like very intently, just like just like very wary about the people that he's traveling with, but also like, you know, loyal to a fault. It's kind of great.
You're hopeless. All that we saw was, the ship itself.
Carol, you're fucking terrible at this too.
Oh, I see.
Could I ask your name?
Oh, my name is Yuafan.
That's the name that was in the diary we found on the Atherum. Perhaps she's a descendant with the same name?
Do you know about the Clear Seal Crystal?
Yeah, that was like 1,000 years ago, so that doesn't really make any sense.
They say it has the power to drive back monsters.
Although, was there anything that actually definitively said it was 1,000 years ago? Like, if you guys are watching this in the future and you're like marathoning this series, it's probably very obvious to you guys. I haven't played this in a couple days, and even in the last episode, it had been at least a couple days since I had recorded that episode, so yeah, I think the only thing that they were saying about like 1,000 years, I don't know. I think it was the name of the town or something. I think it was just that nobody had heard of the town. I believe. There might have been other indications, but this could be a town that's like incredibly old-fashioned.
The sage said it was necessary to make a barrier around the town. Is that what's in the box?
Yes, we came to deliver this box to you.
I see.
Hey, is that the key?
She just like has it on her person at all times.
Could I have the box?
No way.
Is this the Clear Seal Crystal?
No way. We did one of the things that Estelle asked us to do. Oh my goodness. Why is it like so much darker on the right side? Like Rita is like standing in a shadow, but like nobody else is. Even Repeat. Like, what the hell? Like, the lighting is so weird in this game sometimes.
Looks like it.
It's so sparkly and glittery. A treasure even more beautiful than sea sparkles blooming on the surface of the ocean.
Sure.
So who's that sage you were talking about earlier?
The sage is a great Critian who came to our town from across the desert.
Oh. Somebody Judith knows, I bet.
A Critian?
Carol just like looks at Judith like, he's like, Carol, that's racist. Carol.
Well, creating a barrier is basically creating a Blastia.
Blastia? But we can make Blastia with current technology, right?
There are people who do. You saw the Blastia at Emmett Hill in Cair Bakram. But I don't think that sage guy is the one who made those Blastia with messed up formulas.
I'm sorry. I don't really understand. But the sage said that the Clear Seal Crystal was needed to create the barrier. So Longchi set out to look for it. It's been 3 years since he left.
3 years, huh? You must be worried.
Wait, this sounds weird.
Yeah, the stories don't match up.
You'd think she could have miscounted by 1,000 years?
How old is she anyway?
The same thing could have happened 3 years ago, or 1,000 years ago, probably.
They say that history repeats itself, but who really knows?
Is that Sage in this town? Where does he live? Oh, yes. He lives in the house farthest into the town. I think it might be faster if we went to talk to the Sage.
Yes, maybe so.
If you're going there, could you take the Clear CL crystal to the Sage for me?
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let's go.
Dope. I just realized when they're all in a group like that, like, I mean, Carol looks out of place, but I'm not changing his. Like, if you guys have never played Klonoa, play Klonoa. It's like possibly the best Namco game, like, they've forgotten about, obviously. And, it's just really good. They should really do something with that IP. But yeah, Judith looks really out of place. Like, everybody else is just kind of rustic and... Oh, nice. Dog got shaky shaky. Whoop. If you have a question, you should ask the Sage. You can really depend on him. Our current mayor is too young and unreliable. And my daughter tells me that he's got a really tiny penis. That's probably why. If you know what I mean in the reliability department. You came from across the sea? You must be so tired. You've been on a ship for a long time, yes? What? No? Blastia? What's that? Huh? Are you people from somewhere else? Isn't it pretty here with all the blooming flowers? The flowers and blooming and... Do you guys know about flowers? Welcome, travelers from so far away. I'm afraid our village doesn't have anything particularly special to offer. Like a snake bite to enter your veins. I already talked to you, didn't I? Village chief is a great man, but the sage is greater. The sage is definitely much. Man, it looks like people have different opinions on the village mayor, chief person. Some people call him a mayor, some people call him a chief. It's kind of weird. Did I already buy stuff? I think I already did this, right? Yeah, because I was like, they don't have any equipment. But we can, yeah, and I sold some stuff to get some of my cash back. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Not gonna bore you guys with a bunch of menu navigation again. Well, not right now, anyway. It will happen in the future. It's a JRPG. So yeah, we got pudding now. Pudding is dope. Actually, yeah, pudding is dope. I haven't had pudding in, like... shit, like a really long time. Although I do have ice cream, so if it came down to pudding or ice cream, yeah, ice cream's the shit. Fuck all other sweets. Actually, no, like, yeah, chocolate. Chocolate. Chocolate and ice cream. Like, if... There is the question, I almost called it question of the day. Hell yeah. Big fan of Super Beard Bros, but, so I'm not gonna call it question of the day. There's my... You know, put that in the comment section. There you go. Just, if you could only have one sweet like one like dessert slash sweet slash junk food, like that's like your this is bad for me, but it's like my treat for myself kind of thing. You had to pick one that you could have for like the rest of your life. You can always have it, like whenever you want it, but it's your only option. What would it be? Be as specific or as vague as you want. For me, for chocolate, I would say, as an example, Toblerone has a dark chocolate variant. That would be my chocolate of choice. Fucking, I love dark chocolate Toblerone. Like, that is like the bomb. Oh wait, no, Ferrero Rocher. Which one's better? Fuck. Okay, only one for the rest of time. It's really hard for me to decide on this one. Just Toblerone though. Or Ferrero. Those hazelnut fucking truffles are so fucking good. I would say ice cream. I would still say ice cream. It's always been like the very best. Although I can't always do ice cream. Like, there are days when I can't do too much dairy. I don't think I'm lactose intolerant, but there are days when I can't do that as much. Yeah, I think I would say dark chocolate Toblerone. Shit's really fucking good. Ferrero. Fuck, I don't know. No, I could do without Ferrero. As hard to say as that is. I think it's partially because, like, I think dark chocolate Toblerone has, like, almond and, like, honey nougat in it, and that is, so good. Anyway. Yep, that's my answer. Dark chocolate Toblerone. I could do without ice cream. Ugh. It's hard to say as that is. Although currently the only sweet like I keep on hand is coffee nut M&Ms, because I've never been an M&M fan, but the coffee nut one is such an amazing variant, and the light, dark, and like just kind of like brownish pieces like all have like a different like coffee flavor to them. And like in the middle is just like a whole peanut, kind of like their peanut M&Ms, but like the coating is different and like the chocolate is different. It's super good. But the reason we keep that on hand is because it is cheaper. If somebody like donated like a pallet of like dark chocolate Toblerone, I would put that shit in cold storage and just like that person would get like a permanent sponsorship on the like end of every video I make. And this video is brought to you by this amazing person who donated basically a lifetime supply of Toblerone. 1 week later, I'm all out of Toblerone. And I think my heart is gonna stop. This motherfucker. He's not Critian, is he? I guess he has long hair. I've never seen if he has like pointed ears or not. I guess he is. This guy keeps showing up. Did I find out who this voice actor was? Patrick Weitz? Weitz? I think it's Patrick. I think.
Huh? Hey, that's...
Oh, you guys didn't recognize him from the back? Are you serious?
You're...
Who exactly?
We've run into each other a couple times.
You? How have you come to this place?
What do you mean, how? We walked. As in, across the desert.
I see. And yet, how did you...
It's like we walked. Like, are you kidding? No, we're on a different continent, Yuri. We took a boat. We have a boat now.
No matter. For what reason have you come?
We're a little curious about this.
This must have cost you dearly to obtain.
Yeah, it did.
Actually, it just sort of landed in our lap.
On a ghost ship. In the middle of the ocean. Which we were crossing. To get to a new continent. To find out more about a strange dragon that kind of, called out Estelle. And you know what? Yeah.
That was quite a miracle.
You're planning on making a barrier Blastia, aren't you? You're free to go pretending you're a sage, but forget about making any Blastia. Who would even consider building a barrier Blastia with something that's so obviously not a core?
But it is a solid mass of air. It simply lacks an inscribed formula.
Lacks an inscribed formula? What do you mean?
She's like, somebody that knows more about Blastia than I do. I think I love you.
They are most commonly known as Apatheia, of which the clear CL crystal is one example.
She actually should not be surprised at all that he's so knowledgeable about this sort of thing. Because he also basically taught Rita about, Aircurnace. That was the name.
This is an Apatheia?
That the treasure you've been looking for, old man?
No, just, it's interesting.
Also, I am not the sage.
Oh.
Huh?
No such being exists any longer.
Oh.
That's a problem. We'll need to get that back from you in that case.
Neither I nor humanity have a need for such a thing.
Whoa! What are you doing? Hold on a sec.
No.
It's the same phenomenon we saw at Cave Mock.
Is it?
Oh, man. Just when I found one.
Oh. So you were looking for an Apatheia, Raven.
The Apatheia bring only chaos to humanity. They are better off returned to air.
Return to air? Is that really all you did just now?
It's still no reason to go smashing other people's things.
What kind of a person treats treasure so poorly?
Wasn't the clear CL crystal, the Apatheia, needed to save this town from the monsters?
This town has no use for a barrier, and no need to be saved. This place has been granted everlasting calm.
Wait, you mean that thing in Final Fantasy X? Like, is this a shared universe thing?
Come to mention it, it is pretty quiet here.
But still, there are monsters like Pharaoh nearby.
You don't know that, Estelle.
How do you know of Pharaoh?
I'd ask you the same thing. You seem to know about him yourself.
Please, tell us what you know.
That's a very anime thing, just like ... Just like giant, like, yeah.
Pharaoh referred to me as a poison.
I see.
I'm a girl.
You know something, don't you?
There is a being in this world who possesses a power the Endelikeia despise.
You mean... me?
This being is known as the Child of the Full Moon.
Oh.
Child of the Full Moon. Like in the legend. By Endelikeia, you mean Pharaoh?
That is correct.
But what would the Endelikeia have against me? Against a child of the full moon?
is this still a Yu-Gi-Oh game or a Final Fantasy or like, what's going on here? Like, I get that air is kind of like mana in the sense like it's just like the magic that is present throughout the entirety of this world and blah blah blah, has certain focal points. And
what is this power the Child of the Full Moon possesses that they despise?
That answer lies only within the hearts of the Entelekea themselves.
Which means I've got no choice but to find Pharaoh and ask him myself.
Do not be foolish. Meeting Pharaoh would end only in the death of the Child of the Full Moon.
Well, we've done it before.
But...
Estelle, give it a rest.
Yeah, thank you, Rita. Thank you. Fuck. For fuck's sake, Estelle. Like, you need a friend to just, like, tell you, chill the fuck out. You cannot tackle every single problem. Like, it's not even a problem. It's your... And this actually stems from, like, a different rant that I have that I've gone off on multiple times before, and not really on the show, maybe ever, but, a lot of people, like Estelle, and actually Arnold, for that matter, and, from Hey Arnold, and, a lot of other characters that are kind of like tropes that I don't really enjoy. They're very nosy typically, and they try to like fix every quote-unquote problem they come across. And they're not always problems, they're just problems according to that person. Because most problems are subjective. In fact, I'd even say every problem is subjective. There's really no objective problem. And if you're curious about the difference between subjective and objective, it's basically subjective is opinion-based, objective is factually based. So, and I know that may sound weird, there are no objective problems, but if you consider like in Futurama, there's that one episode where they with Beck, and they as a guest star, and Bender becomes a folk singer finally, which was a long character arc, and they have a van, and they're like trying to outrun Beck and the other folk singers, like at the end of the episode, and they come to the they're in San Francisco, and they come to the Golden Gate Bridge, and they're like, oh no, I forgot this is a hover bridge, and this isn't a hover car. And Fry's like, is any of that a problem? And Zoidberg says, not if you've lived a life without regret. And they start screaming. So yeah, not a problem. But you're probably just gonna, drive off of a cliff. So it's only a problem from one perspective, essentially, or most perspectives, in the case of bigger problems. But yeah, there aren't really any objective problems. Even with even with the giant things that most people would want to solve, usually the more nihilistic or apathetic people have fewer problems in general, just because they don't take issue with anything, hence the definition of apathy. Which, taking that a step further, would be nihilism, but then that's a dark category. But yeah, apathy basically means you don't care about anything. Which in small doses can be therapeutic for people that just care about absolutely everything and have very strong opinions. You can care about things and not have strong opinions on absolutely everything and still be not have that many problems. So yeah, I think for Estelle, she's very sweet. She cares so much, and but she takes issue with almost everything. And yeah, it's kind of been annoying for these past, like, I guess ever since Pharaoh showed up. And yeah, messed with that whole thing in Dawngrest. And they basically were like, "Oh yeah, Brave Vesperia is a guild now. We're gonna go with it full bore." And basically provided the framework for these people to keep adventuring together, and Estelle to be escorted as an official, like, candidate for the throne, and basically using Brave Vesperia as her lackeys, but then recently making the transition into "you guys don't owe me anything, just treat me as your friend" kind of thing. But they still basically have these jobs from Estelle that, and this is the first one that's actually been completed. But there's like 3 or 4 more, like, still looming. Cause yeah, like, saving those kids' parents wasn't really one of them. But yeah, I really think Estelle needs a friend like Rita, honestly. So their relationship is really, what do they call that? Beneficial symbiosis, I believe. When 2 biological creatures have a mutually beneficial relationship that furthers the thing. Anyway, actually, that might just be symbiosis in general. But yeah, symbiosis can be seen in all kinds of facets of nature. But yeah, usually in healthy friendships like that, there's almost always some kind of symbiosis there. So sorry about that rant there. But yeah, that's it's just refreshing to see. Like, cause anytime Estelle has a line and the camera cuts to her, I found myself going, "Oh no, here it comes again." And this is just really great.
Hey, Regay, Jaeger from Ruinsgate talked about the Entelakea earlier, didn't he?
Oh, Regay is Jaeger backwards. I didn't put that together before. Oh my goodness. Guys, if you were yelling that in the comments section, I'm sorry. I'm stupid sometimes. It's literally the name backwards.
Something about them being the ancient race that built Nordopolica.
So Pharaoh built Nordopolica? That doesn't seem possible.
Being a dragon.
Take your leave. There's nothing more for you here.
Wait, there's something I want to ask you too.
Yeah, it sounds like he's done entertaining you guys. You should probably,
What were you doing at that Air Krene? Just who are you? What is that sword of yours?
Those matters exceed your comprehension. Do not ask of them again. Go. I have nothing more to say.
I have spoken.
Where do you get off?
Anywhere I like. Now get out of here.
Rita.
Duke may have been the one that saved us in the desert.
Yeah, Judith just taking a very measured stance back here. I'm curious how she's gonna pipe in.
Maybe.
I'm gonna go and thank him.
Hold up. He doesn't seem the type to do something like that.
You don't think so?
Just a hunch. You said that Child of the Full Moon he mentioned was the sister of Brave Vesperia, right?
Yeah. Goddess who bathes this world in her golden light, you are named Child of the Full Moon. Your brother, Brave Vesperia, watches over us from the skies.
Oh, from the story she told us when they named the guild, right?
You remain bound to your mother, the Earth, and will shelter her with your unceasing protection.
Is there like a hidden meaning in there?
I'm not sure, but maybe it's more than just an old legend.
Remaining to protect the Earth, huh?
Could protecting the Earth have anything to do with ruling over this world?
You mean like becoming the Emperor? If Estella's the child of the full moon, that would add up.
Which means all the previous emperors would have been on Pharaoh's hit list.
I've never heard of anything like that.
Oh, so maybe that's why all the major towns have barrier blastia. Maybe that's why Pharaoh doesn't just, like, take them out, because they stay in the castle in their towns and rule over their shit.
This all sounds pretty complicated.
Yeah, I suppose it might be a bit too complicated for you, Patty.
Tiny girl with amnesia.
It's too complicated for you too, old man.
Rita can explain it to you later.
Me?
Shouldn't we be thinking more about what to do next?
I'm gonna stay here. There are things I've got to investigate.
Investigate?
Clear seal crystals, apatheia, all kinds of things.
You think anybody in this town knows anything about any of that?
Honestly, I have a few bones to pick with Mr. Warm and Fuzzy over there. If you're all going back, we'll have to say our goodbyes here.
But...
Oh, that's too bad. I don't imagine the desert will be much fun on your own, but good luck.
Oh, that's right. I can't go anywhere without crossing that desert.
Yeah.
We can afford to take a load off while she's checking things out, can't we? I'm pretty interested in apatheia myself.
If we're going back into the desert, we need to take time to prepare. We don't want to keel over again.
That's true. How about we leave tomorrow? Rita, one day should be enough, right?
Shouldn't be a problem. Thanks. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Okay then, we'll meet up near the exit tomorrow morning.
Right. See you then.
Neat. What the hell is Yuri gonna do in this town by himself, though? I already talked to everybody. Hit up the shop. Oh, you know what? I bet it's like that other... I bet it's like that other town where I have to go around and talk to all my party members, probably. And Judith, again.
You're always out walking around, aren't you?
Seriously, like every time I head for the exit of a town, in this kind of situation, Judith just comes the other way.
Yes, I guess I'm a pretty restless person.
And it's a different voice actress now, great.
That's unexpected.
You seem to have some problems staying put yourself.
I'm pretty restless myself.
That's not so unexpected, I think. Maybe it's the wanderlust coming back to me from when I used to fly around with Baul all the time.
Yeah, back when you were wearing that weird white armor.
Yes. Are you going to look for Pharaoh by yourself?
Nah.
Oh, then where were you planning on going?
Only a walk.
Oh, I see.
Doesn't it seem like we've been meeting this way a lot recently?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, must be your imagination.
Oh my goodness. Did that white armor really look that strange on me? Their conversations are just so forced. Whenever they meet like that, there's like a few little glimpses of honesty between them. But like, it's just strange. Oh, we're at the end of the episode time. I'm gonna talk to people and then we'll end the episode.
So you weren't able to meet Pharaoh after all?
But I learned about some very important things. The Child of the Full Moon, and the Entelekea.
But the only new thing we learned was what those words mean. As for the reason Pharaoh's trying to kill you, it seems we won't know unless we go and ask him directly.
But you heard what he was saying. If I go to meet Pharaoh, he'll just wipe me out.
It looks like we'll never know the truth then.
After all this, it's like I'm being told that I should just give up.
No, no way.
Maybe...
Huh?
Maybe what I'm trying so hard to figure out isn't really that important to know at all.
What do you mean?
If I'd never met you, Yuri, and I just kept living my life in that castle, I would have lived without ever knowing about the Child of the Full Moon, or the Entelekea, or any of that. So maybe I could just go on living without knowing why Pharaoh wants me dead.
So you're saying you should just go back to the capital?
I think that's definitely an option.
If that's what you want to do, I won't stop you.
Yuri...
Our contract with you is null and void at this point, after all.
That's true.
It's just, I don't really like hypothetical situations. They're not real life.
How is it null and void? You guys... I don't think Carol would say the same thing. You guys made a promise to her. And, you guys took on a job. And also, I'm pretty sure Flynn would still be expecting you to escort her, so... Yeah, I don't think that's accurate, Yuri. I think you're just saying shit to make her feel better.
I'm not too good at pretending to forget things that I already know. If you can do that, then I don't have any problem with it. But can you really?
Then I can't do that either. But I have no idea what I should do in this sort of situation.
You want to know the truth, but you don't know what to do. That'd be a good summary of your situation, right?
Yes.
Gotcha.
So you want to know the truth, but you don't know what to do. Cool. Repeat, you got this one? He's like, yeah. Don't worry, I'll watch her. Cool. Good talk. Like this... I don't know. For optional conversations, this is kind of disappointing.
Hey, old man. You can feel free to go on ahead to Nordopolica.
Hey there, youngin'. What? You want to get rid of me so soon?
Wrong. I just wouldn't want you to miss the new moon and your chance to deliver the letter all on our account.
Nordopolica. So back across the desert, through the cave, through that town, back to the boat, to cross the ocean, to get to come north. Are you fucking insane, Yuri? He would require the boat, or at the very least to get back to the town where we docked. That is, yeah. How is he supposed to do that by himself?
Honestly, I could do fine without your concern.
Wrong again. If brave Vesperia gets in the way of Altosk's work, we'll be apologizing to the Dawn for an eternity.
What? You're too young to bother yourself with such fluff.
It's a matter of brave Vesperia being trustworthy. You see what I mean?
We've still got time left until the new moon. We'll be fine.
You sure?
Anyway, ain't about to go back through the desert and that cave myself.
Exactly.
If I got killed by some monster on the way there, not only would the letter not get delivered, but brave Vesperia certainly wouldn't look very trustworthy to potential clients then, would they?
In that case, we collect your bones and the letter and deliver them as promised.
You're so full of shit, Yuri.
Oh, how kind of... Wait, hey!
Anyway, just as long as you won't go blaming me if you don't manage to deliver it on time.
No problem.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, right. Yeah, I already talked to you. Can I go back in the quote-unquote sage's house? Oh, I can.
I have nothing left to say to you.
Rita, why are you in here?
You're not gonna follow him?
What's the point? He's not gonna talk to me.
So this was a complete waste of time?
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Apatheia?
When the air crane went berserk, Jaeger was carrying this box. This box was what messed up my magic.
You think the Apatheia is what's causing the air crane to go out of control?
Judging from the evidence, it could be a valid hypothesis.
So when the Blastia and Heliord was going out of control, you think there was Apatheia nearby? And the air crane and Cave Mock too?
There may have been. Otherwise, maybe the Apatheia's been damaging the whole world's air crane little by little. And a large distortion just happened to appear then.
I see.
It's really nothing more than a guess, but it could be right.
You don't sound very sure of yourself.
Of course not. You guys are just fucking spitballing. And Yuri, you're the one who said that shit. Like, that wasn't her idea that came out of your mouth, idiot.
In science, you continually make hypotheses, then test them, and you get closer and closer to the truth. That's how it is.
Hypotheses. Pretty sure that's pronounced hypotheses. Hypothesis is a singular noun. Almost positive on that one.
Well, okay. Maybe I can do something with this after all.
What are you gonna do now?
The next step after a hypothesis is testing it.
Pretty much. I mean, they are right on that. Like, as far as the scientific method goes, the first, like, essential step is to have a hypothesis, and then you have to test it, you know. I should have read that. There's a really old key, it doesn't look like it would open. You mean the lock has a really old keyhole? Alright, I don't... Also, there doesn't appear to be, like, any doors in here. So where did he go? Oh no, I'll lose my concentration. I'm doing thought experiments. Okay, so I talked to Estelle, I talked to Judith. Oh, there's Carol.
We weren't able to find Pharaoh after all.
Not yet, dummy.
Yeah, our first job as a guild was an egregious failure. What do you think? Should we go back to Dahngrest?
That might be best. But would you be okay with that, Yuri? And what about Estelle?
I'd be fine with it. As for Estelle, I'll leave that answer up to her.
All right.
This sure is a serene little town.
Huh? Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? No guilds, no empire. It's a little strange.
Yeah, but I think it's relaxing.
Yeah, but even so, I prefer Dahngrest.
Well, that's because you've been raised around guilds, Carol. It's your structure, dude.
That's how everyone is. Everybody prefers the place where they grew up.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Yuri.
You too, Yuri?
That's basically what I said.
Well, yeah, sure.
But if we're gonna work together in brave Vesperia, we'll have to decide on a single place for our home base.
Oh, yeah, that was gonna come up at some point, wasn't it? Well, I mean, the Dawn likes Yuri, so maybe they could have like a permanent place that'd be kind of chill in Dawngrest. That seems like a natural option. It seems like that's where Carol and Yuri would end up, with Brave Vesperia as like a place, but I don't know. There's still like a bunch of places in the world, I imagine, so...
We could always make someplace new, you know.
Someplace new?
Yeah, you know, everyone thinks of Dawngrest as the Union City, but it's really Altosk City. It could be like that. Brave Vesperia could make its own city.
Brave Vesperia's own city. Yeah, I like that idea.
You know how hard that is, Carol? Like, infrastructure-wise and everything?
Well,
come
either
on.
way, we've got a lot of jobs as a guild ahead of us before we can be thinking about things like that.
Yeah, you gotta think about commerce and trade and fucking
Now that you
all
mention
kinds
it,
of things.
Nordopolica is Palestrale's city, isn't it?
Yeah, if you think of it that way, Nordopolica's more of a guild city than Dawngrest even.
Yeah, and Bellius rules the city too. Nordopolica, leader of a city, Duce of a guild. Wonder what sort of person Bellius is.
Possibly a really shitty person. Probably a really organized person. Well, guys, I think that's it. I don't know if there's anybody else I can talk to right now. I imagine somebody's probably in the inn. It's a small town, so... Oh, Patty. Okay, I was like, who the hell is that?
Is it any good?
Oh, come on. Yuri. Come on. You should... Come on.
Why don't you try it out? It's my grandfather's secret recipe.
How would you know that, Patty? You have amnesia, remember? But didn't you say you had amnesia?
Fuck. Alright, I'll just let the characters talk.
I know everything there is to know about Aifread. I traveled all over researching about him after all.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's how I figured out Aifread was the one who told me my name was Patty.
Aifread told you your name?
That's my oldest memory.
I found that out 2 weeks ago.
Just remembering that fond look makes me feel all warm inside. I don't know whether he's really my grandfather or not, but I feel that he was such an important person to me that I can't help but think that's who he is.
I see. Still, it might have been smarter to keep that to yourself.
But...
You're used to it, huh?
I don't let small stuff like that bother me.
Crying gets you nowhere, was it? But even if you understand that in your head, your emotions aren't necessarily gonna listen.
I'm more patient than a camouflaged stone flounder sitting still in a field of stones.
Oh yeah? But your info broker turned his back on you too.
It's nothing. Things will work out. Tomorrow is another day. What will be, will be. In any case, you need to eat up if you want to cheer up.
This is good.
Didn't I tell ya?
No, you didn't. You just said you gotta try it. Still, that's pretty cool. It's nice to get a backstory on new characters. Always appreciate that. Okay, so we talked to Raven and Carol and Judith and Estelle and Rita and Rapide's right there. I think that's everybody, right? I mean, I think I went everywhere. Yeah, I went all the way up there, went down here. if I went any further, that'd be leaving the town. I think Carol was the only one up on this section. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Well, I guess that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. I was, hoping this would be closer to 40 minutes, but you know, that's how things work out sometimes. They just don't, you know, sometimes you want to record in the morning, sometimes that doesn't happen because you can't connect to the internet on your PS4, and, you know, plans change. But anyways, thank you all for being here. I've been your host, Anjo McCraps. You guys have been amazing. It's been really exciting watching this channel grow, and so I will be sure to make sure videos are coming out every day, and you guys always have a new episode of the Farts and Craps Show. So, hope you have a beautiful day. I think I already said that, and until next time, maybe try a skewer if you get the opportunity to. I don't know, I've never had one of those. I've had kebabs like once or twice in my life. I think Americans just probably don't do the food justice, though. Probably. They're really basic kebabs. Oh wait, no, I went to a place once that had like skewers. But they're like the big ones. At like man, what was that? It was a specific style of barbecue. But they like have a bunch of different kinds, and they like have servers go around to like different tables and like bring different things off of spits and such. I don't remember what style of food that was called. It was really good. Those places are expensive as hell though, so definitely out of my price range. And honestly, for fancy food, that sort of thing, sushi, that's where it's at for me. So, but yeah, hope you guys enjoy some food, whatever it is. And remember the question: if you had one sweet treat, you had to only pick one. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a 1,000-Year Door reference. For the rest of time, you had to pick one. What would it be? Put it in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one.